Moderation was the toughest lesson I had to learn during chronic illness. All my life, I did things in excess over and over again, and I sought the adrenaline rush. I sought the next quick fix, the next instant gratification. I was either eating too much or exercising too much or chasing girls too much or doing other things too much. And I ended up in a situation where my nervous system was always activated. I didn't do anything at 80%. Everything was 120%. And then burnout, recovery, excess, burnout, recovery. It was the same cycle over and over again. Eventually, 15 years after getting sick, I realized that moderation was the key to being able to get better. I had to be able to find activities that I could moderate and watch myself when I started to want to become excessive with things and slow it down and stop myself, say, hey, yep, 3 games of pickleball is enough. I don't need to play 8 today. Okay, 1 plate of food is enough. I don't need to have 2 and something sweet later. I just started to cut myself off and realized that the reason I was staying sick was because I was going up and down based upon my choices. I was making choices where I was excessive in what I was doing most of the time, or I was hyper-focusing on things over and over again. I was excessive in my focus towards one specific area of my life. I had to moderate myself all the way around. I had to balance myself all the way around. I had to start having multiple things in my life I cared about so I didn't have all my eggs in one basket. I started to make sure that anything that I was tempted to overdo and anything I gave into that I craved, I just removed from my life temporarily. I put it in the penalty box because if I couldn't moderate myself around it, then I got rid of it out of my life. And that was just miraculous how much of a difference that made with my life. Once I really was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and be calm about all the stuff I'm doing. I'm going to approach it in a calm pace. Once I learned about the nervous system, I realized how much the nervous system played a part in healing. I realized, man, I cannot activate the nervous system with what I'm doing if I want to heal, because that's the last part I need to heal. That was the first part that was disrupted that led to the illness. That's the last part I need to heal. And, if you do anything in excess and it's out of moderation, you do what? You shock the nervous system. And when you shock the nervous system, you stop the healing of the nervous system. Your brain, your body starts to think that things are not fully safe, that there's going to be an adrenaline response needed soon, and that, something else is going to happen to shoot the body into fight or flight. It doesn't ever feel fully safe. So this is what I experienced, it's what I experienced is you got to go ahead and focus on this if you want to be able to get better. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Go to my website, endsickness.org. I got hundreds of articles, hundreds of videos in there teaching how to heal yourself. Take care, everybody.